My name is Ruairí from Lemonade Shoelace, and thank you very much for watching Music News.
Ruairí from Lemon Shoelace.
Yes, Lemonade Shoelace.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Just played a great show here at the Courtyard, British Music Embassy.
Yeah.
For the Alpha Belfast. How did it feel?
It felt amazing. This is our first show of the whole festival, so really excited to have that done, and we had a great audience. The crowd really enjoyed it, and there was so many really good acts on as well, so we had a great time.
Yeah, no, it sounded amazing.
Thank you so much.
I mean, do you work out all the parts? It take a long time to get that sort of live stage,
yeah, it really does, because I would kind of like record everything myself, and then when it comes to the band, there's a slightly different feel, and everyone kind of just absorbs it in their own way. But the lads did a great job. You know, they always do. They're always way better than I am. So I'm very lucky and grateful to have them. Yeah.
So once you do sort of, it's like the songwriting process is a completely solo experience.
Yeah.
And then how long has this band been together? Or do you just pick and choose and it changes? Or?
Yeah. So this has been the only band that we've had. We've had people fill in for a couple of gigs, but this has been the backbone. Us five, and it'll hopefully be that forever, because we really work well together. But it's obviously a bit strange the way I would come up with all of the parts, but my lead guitarist makes up his own parts because everything else is synth, but it works well.
He sounded great, and there's a few moments there.
Yeah.
But so songwriting wise, what's the next sort of thing on the release schedule?
So we've got a single coming out the 30th of March, and it's called I Think My Heart Is Set on You. It hasn't actually been announced yet, so this is an exclusive. And on the 28th of April, there's an EP that's coming out called Do Whatever Makes You Happy.
Excellent. What can we expect from that? What is it about?
Yeah, it's kind of a story about me finding myself. There's very much a story element in it, especially if you kind of look at the artwork as well, because I paint all the artwork myself, and I've tried to create this like landscape in the world of like me finding myself in post-lockdown, and me just realizing that the only thing I want to do is things that make me happy, and I'm hoping that everyone else kind of feels that as well, and they just let themselves a bit loose, like quit that day job that does not serve you. That's the motto.
And who have you drawn inspiration from historically, musically?
From all the sorts of places. Tame Impala would probably be the biggest influence and probably the most noticeable. But I listen to a lot. Air, John Lennon, Temples, Mac DeMarco. There's a lot of artists, and like house and techno as well. I love house and techno, and that somehow bleeds into the sound that I'm creating, which is great, I think.
Definitely. And the Belfast music scene?
Yeah,
it's pretty burgeoning. How is it at the moment?
It's incredible. There's so many artists, and I think the best thing about it is that everyone knows each other, and like in London and Dublin you have people competing for stuff, but in Belfast everyone's just patting you on the back and so happy that you're doing well in certain areas. But yeah, there's so many really good artists coming out from Belfast, and as you've probably seen today, it's incredible.
There is a good spirit. I've seen that sort of pat on the back from the other bands.
Yeah, it really is like it's a Belfast spirit, and I love seeing it,
And album-wise, when we're looking at?
I actually don't know for the moment, but I've been working on an album for the past couple of years. That is kind of what I was writing towards. So the EP is kind of like what you would expect from the album, but in the album it's going to be a lot heavier. I'm going to be drawing into a lot more rocky stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Are you going to be all recording the album, or are you going to get people? So be all yourself, playing all the instruments?
I might get some of the lads in to play a couple of tracks. On the EP, it's the first time I got someone else to actually perform the tracks, which is my lead guitarist Ben, and he did a great job. Really good job. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get them more involved, because I hate doing it all myself. I hate taking credit, but yeah, I'm kind of like a nerd in the way, and I like to be particular with certain sounds, but I think they really know what I'm going for now, so like I can kind of let them out the tracks.
Do you always have like a very clear vision of what you want to achieve?
Yeah, somewhat of a clear vision. I know sonically there's a clear vision, and songwriting wise there's a clear vision, and I think that would bleed into like what I will achieve in the future, because it really depends on who associates themselves with the sounds and like the lyrics that I'm writing. But yeah, it's just a weird journey of just like creating music and hoping people vibe with it,
Yeah, well, I mean, what are your musical
I think it's just for me as an artist to just write as good a songs, produce as good a songs as I possibly can. You know, like I don't like competing with other people. I like competing with my last song, you know, and like seeing how I can make it the same sound almost, but like a completely different sound at the same time. So I'm kind of just working between the lines of like copying things that I've done in the past and then just making something completely different.
Yeah. And away from music, what do you do to sort of relax, unwind?
I love painting, so you will see them in my single artworks and stuff.
That's all your work, all your own artwork on
yeah, on everything. So yeah, which is cool. But it did take me a long time to paint some of the paintings, so I might not do that forever. But yeah, it's nice to have creative control fully.
Totally.
And like it is like a DIY project at the end of the day. Like I produce everything just in my bedroom, so I think it would make sense for me to do all the artwork myself as well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I look forward to the EP and everything else on the album.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for your time.
No
Somebody that hasn't checked you out yet, what songs would you say, you know, check these out online, they sort of sum you up as an artist?
So there's only 2 songs out at the moment. Autopilot Paradise seems to be everyone's favourite, but I just put a single out a month ago called Hopscotch in the Sky. I really enjoy that tune, and I think My Heart Is Set on You is out on the 30th of March. And Do Whatever Makes You Happy, that's out on the 28th of April. I hope you enjoy that.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Is there any last word from Music News Much is out there?
I love you all.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed. Cheers.
All the best. Oh, amazing.